I imagine a young adults and youth ministry where young adults and youth are finding a genuine, intimate relationship with the Lord that sustains them for the remainder of their life, for the remainder of their walk with the Lord. I think for me, one of the biggest staples of my life was my time in youth ministry. I was in the church all throughout kids ministry, which was awesome. At the time, Pastor Cheryl was there, and we would go on mission trips, and it was a powerful time in my life. But I think what stamped the deal, I think all of those things were stepping stones, but what stamped the deal for me was youth ministry. And I think there was multiple factors. At the time, Liam Coventry was the youth pastor. David McBride was the middle school / assistant youth pastor. And so I had youth leaders, and then there was also the youth leaders that were volunteers as well. Just numerous amounts of people that just chose to come into youth ministry and really pour into us, regardless of how messy it was. And I was definitely one of those kids. I was definitely one of the messy kids. But that is the reason that it stamped me, is because no matter how intense my mess looked, they chose to really pour in and get me in environments, whether it was, we used to do this thing called Submerge, where it was basically like a youth retreat out in the Outer Banks, or we would go to DC and have these, to me at the time was these insane mission trips where we're just yelling songs for hours in a prayer room and walking the streets and praying out in front of the Capitol and all these places in DC. It was these crazy encounters that stamped me and made me realize that, wow, these people actually, whatever they're experiencing it's real for them. And that is what made me want to actually get closer to the Lord. And as I continued to go on these mission trips and do all this stuff, it was almost like the Lord was I almost imagine a little dropper, and drop by drop, he was giving me these experiences that really shaped me more than I would ever realize. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for leaders that just were there. And it's the power. That's the power of youth ministry. That's the power of kids ministry. Even Pastor Cheryl, you would think I didn't get it, but it was all those moments that when you line them all up together, it makes a difference. And so because of that, I'll never underestimate the power of kids ministry. I'll never underestimate the power of singing in front of a youth group that is just looking at you. Because what you don't know is that you're just adding one more drop, and one more drop, and it'll change their life forever.